Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? We'll give it a couple minutes for the live to fill up. It usually takes a bit. Kind of short notice on this one as well. I didn't put the notification out very early. Boondock, New Hampshire. Welcome to the chat, my man. How are you doing? It is good to see you. How's your week been? It's been a minute since I talked to you. Yeah, I think everything's kind of lagging tonight. Still EDC in the Spider Coast Sage 5 CF. Getting ready for yeah. How do you have that planned out, man? Like, yeah, I don't know. We're not getting too much of it. And the further north you are, I guess the less of it we're getting. But I don't know. They're saying like 12 to 18 inches for central New Hampshire. Chaos Theory, good evening, brother. Welcome to the chat, channel member. How goes it with you, my man? Living the dream. Yeah, I don't know why. YouTube's, the analytics aren't working very good tonight. Lagging. I have no idea how many people are even in the chat. Kinda weird. Yeah, Mrs. B's at work tonight. She ended up going in, on one of her days off to help him get caught up or something. She ended up going in. I don't know. I think she's got like 5 to 10, only like a 5-hour shift or something. But yeah, she's at work. She must have had a break and stopped in to harass me because I found my surprise. Had an eye appointment the other day, waiting another 3 weeks to get the stitches out and then get my glasses. Oh, what, things taking a long time to heal up, man? That sucks. Or yeah, what's up with that? Why'd they extend it? Yeah, it seems we were gonna luck out by comparison. Personal preps just mean top up. Oh yeah, I got you, Boondock. Deneen, welcome to the chat. Thanks for the thumbs up and the floating hearts. How are you doing this evening, sunshine? It is good to see you. Kapow. Yeah, we're giving it a minute just for the chat to fill up. We'll just have a random social until then. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Deneen. Thanks. Yeah, I can I guess just take it one day at a time, do what you can, make the best of it. Yeah, Larry extending it to be safe. Definitely. Yeah, you don't wanna take chances with that for sure. Yeah, in fact, Mrs. B, she's been working a lot of overtime. I guess they're shorthanded, so she's been working a bunch of overtime. But yeah, so I guess I'll get to the point. So we was talking about saws the other day, and it was kind of random, but well, for me not. We were talking about the different types of saws and stuff like that, and kind of what my plans were with what I have for saws and whatnot. And so after a kind of lengthy conversation, she asked about the saw that I had in the cart. She's like, I explained to her like the different size saws and the different types of teeth and why there's curved blades versus straight blades, and I'm not sure how much of it she caught on to. But so she asked me, she's like, so what's up with the silky saw that's in the cart? And I said, oh, that one, I just kind of tossed it in there. It's their limited edition 40th anniversary. It's the GOMBOY KURO, and it's part of their Outback collection. And so I just kind of threw it in there. I'm not sure why. I was like, so she asked me why I threw it in there, like how much purpose it served or whatever. And I'm just like, no, I just want that one. It's kind of cool. Like I'm kind of geeked out on silky saws. So, of all the things I need is another saw. So, but give it to Miss Bushcraft. So she hooked me up with it. Um, yeah, here's the Silky GOMBOY KURO. Like I said, part of their Outback edition. It's a 240 millimeter pull saw, all the standard non set teeth. Yeah, impulse hardened, all that. Like these things actually stay sharp for a long time. Yeah, B&A, that's exactly what I said. That is cool. Yeah, spoiled, no kidding, right? So yeah, all the standard stuff comes with the carrying case included, bling bling, standard Silky 101. Um, yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't take it out of the box yet. I didn't have time. I actually I was bringing out some recycling, and I happened to hey, there's a package, and then I was like, I looked it up. Barbed hooks, yeah, I like Magna Cut steel. This knife is in Magna Cut. This is the Phobos Knives Tier 1 BC. And this is a full tang knife in Magna Cut. The edge retention and everything's been great. Um, yeah, even on the fire rod notch, like I've struck this thing at least, I don't know, 5, 6, 700 times, who knows? And it's still, yeah, still does great. Yeah, I think Magna Cut's a great steel. Definitely holds an edge well. Good stuff. Nice. Don't want to be the guy to ask the MSRP, but I am. Oh, on this one, this is zero inflation, 89.99 for one of these bad boys. It's yeah. Come out of the box, says me. Yeah, I just picked up a Bel Air. The Magna Cut performed amazing. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and a lot of it too is the heat treatment. So yeah, just because it's Magna Cut, if it doesn't get a proper heat treatment, but that goes without saying, right, guys? Yeah. So here it comes. You know, all that inflation, they actually they gave you a sticker, guys. Oh no, 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 no! We got a whole bunch of stickers here. Yeah, Outback Edition, 40th of GOMBOY, Silky, Silky, Silky. And then GOMBOY 40th Anniversary Limited Edition stickers. You know you made a big time when you get the limited edition stickers. This is outstanding. I'm honored to be the recipient. Um, yeah, heat treat definitely will make or break a blade. Yeah. Neil McKenzie, welcome to the chat. How you doing, my man? It is good to see you. How is life treating you? Yeah. So definitely stickers. Yeah, we got the Silky 40th anniversary limited edition GOMBOY KURO, which we're at. This is the closest we've ever been to a genuine unboxing. And to be fair, it didn't come in a box; it came in a bag. So do you title it "Hairs on Bagging"? Because if you title it like unboxing, somebody's gonna be like, "That's not a bag, man. You just tore the end of it open." It's more like a large envelope. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It might not even be in a bag. I don't know. It's all very confusing. Um, so yeah, that's the closest we've ever been. I took it out of the box, the retail packaging. Um, yeah, I guess one of the big differences is the blacked out case. Usually these are clear. Same gray colored little belt loop thing here. Pretty standard. This is just a smoked version. And important instructions you have to read, but we never do. And there you have it. Whoops. We're We're going to set off the fuel canister. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the blade is black oxide. The finish is black oxide. And this is kind of like, almost feels like a carbon fiber, but not, it does have a carbon fiber feel to it. It's definitely got some grip. You wouldn't need to wear gloves or anything with this. But yeah, all silky saws have a great grip. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I can't remember what the teeth per inch are on the Outback. Yeah, it's kind of like another version of the Outback edition. They just changed the... Yeah, the finish is different to a black oxide. Yeah, and the handles are definitely a different material. Yeah, it's the blackout edition. Yeah, so 40th anniversary. I'm stoked. I like it. It's it's pretty with the Tier 1 BC too. Can't argue that one for a second. And the stickers, man, that's the home run there. We'll have to find something to stick those on. Oh yeah, I love silky saws as well. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, that's how I ended up with this one as well. Yeah, I pretty much exclusively use silky saws. I don't know. I might try out the Agawas at some point. But other than that, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't get why blackout isn't the default for most tools. Yeah, yeah, you got to wonder that, Boondock. Yeah, I think it kind of should be, huh? Well, I think everybody tries to separate their brands. That's why you end up with so many different colors. Don Ray, channel member, welcome to the chat. How you doing? It's another Friday night. Yeah, we just partially unboxed or opened up yeah, the GOMBOY KURO by Sliky. Definitely needing the cold beverage tonight, kind of dry. So yeah, everybody battening down the hatches for the storm, making sure you got, eggs, milk, butter, yeah, some batteries, some candles, some flashlights. Definitely a couple battery banks to keep your phones going for power outages. Yeah, we got all that scored away. Yeah, I'll like double check certain batteries, make sure they're, I'll throw a few things on the charger if I think need be, but yeah, other than that, yeah, we're pretty rock solid. And yeah, we've got one of those, the heater box things. Oh, what's it called? Mr. Buddy, the Mr. Buddy XL or something. Yeah, we got that and a 30-pound propane tank on the side. So even if the heat's out, we can heat some of it. Haven't had eggs for a few months. Actually got some for the storm for giggles. That's awesome, Boondock. Sometimes you just gotta. That's one of the nice things about winter camping and stuff, is you can bring more food out and you just kind of, you don't have to worry about the ice going on you. Rob's Knives, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yep, Don Ray's all prepped except to fill the water jug and go next door for more firewood. Right on. How's the kindling looking, Don Ray? Or I shouldn't have asked. Yeah, chaos is all set. It might go like down to 50 or something. 40 degrees in Florida, that'll be it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Pat, you're right. It's going to be cold all week. They're saying some of it's going to be ice too. Like in the area I'm in, there's 12 to 18 inches, and there could be as much as like a half an inch of ice buildup. and it only takes like a quarter inch of ice buildup for power lines to start failing and whatnot. Yeah, in the teens. Yeah, chaos. Yeah, it's been in the 50s and 80s down there. Oh, the splitter wouldn't run today. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get it fixed. It's probably just, it's one of those, it's a button or valve somewhere. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely been cold here. Yeah, it got down to like straight up 0 degrees, 1 degree, not too long ago. Um, I should put the whole thing out, huh? We should do this differently. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, anybody got anything planned for the weekend or just battening down the hatches? Yeah. Yeah, oh, 55 and light rain in the desert. Yeah, that's not bad weather out there. Can't complain. At least the trash cans aren't melting. Dashboard's melting. Yeah, damn, my phone is being dumb tonight, not handicapped. Hammock. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's priceless, man. Autocorrect is the best sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go throw my handicap for a couple nights, like just chilling in the town, gimping along. No, Zeke, it's a GOMBOY saw. It's the new. Well, actually, there's two of them here. There's the Outback edition and the 40th anniversary limited edition GOMBOY 240 KURO. Yeah, KURO. Yeah, while I'm snowed in, I'll look up the manual online and see what's up. Yeah, that's a solid plan, Don. Like I said, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Yeah, at least in central West New Hampshire, I don't think the weather is going to be as bad as they say. I'm prepared for it, but yeah, yeah, Boondock. I don't they I think they're hyping it up around here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come this far north. I think we might get a little bit, but based on what it's been doing, every time they say we're going to get like 8 to 12 inches, we get like an inch of snow. It's like it's not even worth busting out the shovel. Yeah, yeah, B&A. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. The ice and power outages. Yeah, that's no joke. Um, yeah, and with as cold as it's going to be, if there is some wet weather, yeah, well, it'll definitely be freezing rain. They've had some bad ice storms around here before. I've cleaned up after some bad ice storms in Pennsylvania, in the King of Prussia area. And yeah, man, you get some ice on there, and it starts ripping trees down, and trees bump into houses and clog roads and take out power lines, and yeah, it wreaks havoc. Like, and it doesn't take long, and it usually happens like it starts happening quick. Like people are kind of anticipating it, and then once it starts, it just goes throughout everywhere. It kind of like like once a window cracks, it just spider webs everywhere. Yeah, that's like ice storm destruction. Like everything hits its breaking point at almost the same time. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of videos from the Carolinas where everybody's freaking out and battening down the hatches. Yeah. Well, there's some places down there that's supposed to get hit pretty hard. Like isn't it hitting something like 27 states? Um, Benchmark. You mean bench made, benchmark, bling bling? Yeah, domino effect play. Yeah, exactly. Murphy's Law's always got to get in there. Yeah, you're absolutely right though, Rob. Yeah. Domino effect plus Murphy's Laws. Oh, my winter survival list. That's why I'm not out doing stuff right now. I don't really have winter survival gear. Man, I skipped winters for like 2 decades, maybe and change. Um, yeah, so I gotta rethink my whole winter game. Which I'm hoping next winter will be it. Yeah, it's yeah, outdoor clothing for this type of weather, it's expensive. And yeah, staying in a warm climate skydiving didn't help. So in fact, when Mrs. B and I first got together, I owned one pair of long pants for like everyday wear, like 20 pairs of shorts, right? But like one pair of long pants because typically I was down in southern Florida for winter. So yeah, I don't have a lot of winter gear. It's been quite a long time since I've done winter stuff. But I'm looking to get back into it. I wouldn't mind doing some downhill skiing, maybe a little ice climbing. We'll see how the health goes. What would it be if you were in the winter storm situation? Well, yeah, that's a huge variable. Am I out there on a day hike? Am I out there for a week? And then a winter survival situation is you check the weather before you go out and don't get in that predicament. Preventive maintenance. I hope everybody has a great and wonderful night. Red Bull Princess, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful night as well. Yeah, I think everybody's happy. We're avoiding the silly stuff, sticking to the positive end of life. Mrs. B just got me a cool saw, so added a saw to the collection today. I'm stoked about it. It's limited edition. I should have left it in the box, right? It loses 90% of its value once you take it from its box. Or is that only like 1970s Star Wars characters and stuff? But yeah, I like it. I'm definitely maybe this will permanently go on my chest rig. That might be the one. Definitely, it's got some grip to it. The whatever the composite they're using, it does have kind of like a tacky, grippy feel. So yeah, it's definitely sweet. This one, it's like 89.99. It's like basically $90. Yeah, Donna. Yeah, she hooks me up. She does her own thing behind the scenes. She's awesome. Yeah, we had a conversation the other morning about saws, talking about different saws and stuff like that, and how they're because actually the when I bought the Nada, she thought it was a saw, but it's not a saw. It's a like a machete hatchet. Um, but like she thought it was a saw. The Nada, right? But I'm like, no, it's not a saw. It's like a chopping tool, like a hatchet. She's like, oh, and I'm like, and even then, there's different types of saws, for different reasons and stuff. Once you get, if you geek out on it, doing a little bit of work, you'll come to find out like the number of teeth per inch make a difference and all this other stuff. An ergo blade versus a straight blade. Why would you want a difference? So on and so you geek out on it. And so I kind of geeked out on her, like explaining to her all the differences, the whole 9 yards. And then she's like, "So what's different about the one that you have in the cart because I had thrown it in the cart for entertainment value. I don't know. And I told her, I'm like, well, nothing that I really know of. It's just, it's limited edition and it's like, it's cool. It's like the GOMBOY 240. I think it's like the perfect happy medium saw. Like, yeah, it's just right there. It's in that sweet spot. It's my number one choice. If I'm just grabbing a saw that I might use or lightly use and stuff like that, it's definitely the GOMBOY 240 in one of its configurations now. Um, so yeah, she decided she's been working a bunch of overtime, so she decided she was going to order it for me. And yeah, so now we have more shiny new saws. Yeah, this is the one. I think it's absolutely awesome. Like I said, I might even put this in my chest rig. And it's cool they it's a special edition, so they didn't give you the standard clear box. Yeah, they gave you like this smoked out cool one, but the other saws, like even the other Outback ones, they came in the standard clear case. Yeah, I believe in layers for gear and for clothes. I have stuff for my go bag, hard living camping. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Boondock. A lot of people like run that. Yeah, like you've got like your first line, second line, third line gear, and then you've got yeah, yeah. In your first line is like your pockets and stuff, whatever. Put a space blanket in the calf pocket, and it depends on where you are and what you're doing. But yeah, you can have like a whole bunch of extras in your first line. Yeah, then yeah, second and third line. Second line's kind of like any belt or chest rig, any type of equipment like that. And then third line is the backpack, and that's your backpack stuff, your hardcore camping. Yeah, Rob, I couldn't survive without cargo pants, my man. Um, I don't think if I've owned a pair of non-cargo pants in the last 30 years, it's somebody bought it for me as a gift. I didn't buy it for myself. Yeah, even all my jump pants and everything, my free fly pants and everything, I always got cargo pockets, always, and secure zippers. And a couple times there just didn't have enough pockets, so I put my own pockets. Solid Snake, what's happening? As a man, yeah, exactly. As a man with a purpose, you should be in cargo pants. How people function without them is beyond my comprehension. DFH, what's happening? Yeah, man. Hey, it's going. I can't complain, right? Then again, if you wanted to complain, who wants to listen? But yeah, overall, yeah, life is good. It's gonna work itself out. Um, yeah, what are those famous words? Don't take life too seriously. You'll never make it out alive. Yeah, we just got to go with the flow. I think I do that best. So yeah, we're figuring out the channel. Like it's evolving slowly but surely. Don, most compressed gas has issues. Yeah, Boondock, you're totally right. Yeah. Um, man, what is it? The Whisper Light International is I'm pretty sure that's the name of it was like a white gas stove. Yeah, you'd have it separately with the pump bottle and stuff. Yeah, when it gets cold out, you got to get into stuff like that. Yeah, someday I'll get that stove. The MSR XGK or something GXK, but I don't know, some MSR stove. Anyhow, it's kind of like the cream of the crop. Like five, it can handle like five different fuels, like white gas, kerosene, Jet A, diesel. You can put an ISO Pro canister. Yeah, it's like a super multi fuel stove. And if I were traveling up and down the eastern seaboard and I needed fuel, man, there's tons of places I could stop and get like dump fuel from the sump truck. They have to sump the truck before you use aviation gas. So there's always a few gallons of Jet A kicking around. So I could easily use that. Yeah, and I can't find the list I made. But yeah, DFH, how you doing, man? How has life been treating you? Yeah, that's the new camera technologies there. Isn't that awesome, guys? It's a little bit ninja-ish too, I'm not gonna lie, with all blackout. This would look great with your ninja uniform. I don't know if you've caught a silky saw yet, but if you barely catch one, it's gonna leave some holes in you. I've caught myself a few times doing while I was pruning and stuff. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, doing okay, doing all right, man. That's better than doing not good. But yeah, man. Hopefully life is treating you well. Cannon showed up here. Cannon, welcome to the chat, man. How you doing? He's gonna do rah rah. I didn't. You didn't do that with a Marine Corps accent. You did that with an Army accent. Yeah, yeah, ground fog. This is the limited edition GOMBOY KURO 240, man, and it is sweet. It's got the black oxide finish and everything throughout. And then the composite, it feels like a carbon fiber, right? Like, cuz I know what carbon fiber scales and stuff feel like. But it's got that kind of texture to it. It doesn't have like a carbon fiber print really, but it's got a carbon fiber feel to it. Whatever kind of composite they use. It's not too heavy either. Man, I need to get a gram scale, but it feels weird going out buying one of those, you know? It's hard to, I'd say the weight's about the same. Like, I don't think there's a weight difference between like the Outback and the KURO. So it's not like a carbon fiber super light. But yeah, definitely yeah, 40th anniversary limited edition, and they do have it listed as part of the Outback family. The Outback series. So this is kind of kapow. And I'm not gonna lie, the tier one BC with it, that's kind of S double XY, right? The tier one BC and the KURO. Woo woo. That's a looking couple there. All right, that's a little bit much, guy. It's raining, no ice yet, but the hatches are all battened down. Right on, Cannon. Good to hear that. Your corgi is safe and sound. You found like a coffee can to store it in. It'll be safe in there. It's like armor for corgis. Like, yeah, recycle that Maxwell House coffee can, man. Highly recommend your collapse series by Kyle Sodas. Kenny, that's the way to be. I hope the cabinets are loaded with the same thing with the magazines. Yeah, yeah, some freedom pellets, freedom pills, freedom, yeah. So I guess yeah, anybody got any video games planned? I guess if everybody's battening down the hatches, nobody's going out. It's got to be like it's a good time for Skyrim or Fallout or something like that. Or yeah, I might go ahead and do another live tomorrow. Yeah, I've been kind of back and forth about Saturdays. I'm just going to keep them random. But yeah, it's like something to do in between shovel and snow. Oh, Hanson, the weather here, we're just getting like a light flurry, a bunch of wind, and yeah, it's cold weather. I don't actually. Yeah, I think the temperature's down in like the teens. Has been a lot lately. It has been seriously cold out, especially compared to Florida. Do all the blackout stuff with it, man. Yeah, no video games, all crochet and movies until the power goes out, then books. But yeah, Lance, how's the weather where you're at? Holding up, or this is supposed to be one of the biggest storms of our lifetime. I don't know. It's definitely, what is it? 27 states. It's going to be putting the cold on. Out and about with M&D. Good evening. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you as well. But yeah, I guess everybody make sure you got your batteries and your candles and your backup heat and some power banks for your phone so you can contact people if you need to. Yo, Hanson, very windy here and icy roads. Yeah, that's what we got going on here. And of course, Mrs. Bushcraft, she went back into work again. She like from 5 to 10 or something, so she gets to drive home. Yeah, I've been pulling a bunch of Fallout 4, Metal Gear 5 Grand, then Auto V. Right on, Chaos. Chaos for the win, man. Collecting all those points. What's everybody drinking tonight? Of course, we got the crack in a can Monster Energy. We're not sponsored by them, but we should be. Um, yeah. Yeah, I just dug out my retro video game emulator that I built. Has everything from Atari to PS1. Yeah, Boondock. A lot of people going back to physical media too. Yeah, I guess what was it? Xbox, right? They got crazy greedy. Like it started off as like $10, then $20 for whatever their interweb version. Then it went up to like $30, and then it became like $30 a month or something. It's like yeah, it's like $360 a year to go on the Xbox interweb. And I guess people were complaining they wanted the Xbox 360 back. They didn't want the access to be 360. I'm drinking water with a splash of cranberry grape. That sounds good. I should be drinking something healthier like that, to be honest. Yeah, Don Ray's spot on with that. Yeah, it's built based on a Raspberry Pi, but I bought an aftermarket case that makes it look like a PS1 with the up. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the retro games. Yeah, that where like you played the game to get the awards. There was like no pay to play or pay to win. Yeah, now everything's littered with micro purchases. Oh, you can level up with this pew pew, for only like 49.99, like for some digital pew pew. Yeah, get out of here with that. Anyhow, yeah, I think retro gaming's where it's at, and people are tired of getting robbed by the streaming services, all the commercials and stuff. So there's a lot of people that are going back to physical media, which is awesome. Yeah, DVDs and CDs and man, whatever's retro gaming, previous PlayStation models and games. Yeah, where now you don't even have a physical copy, you download it or something. Like so, yeah. If something crashes with the system, you lose everything. That happened to Redbox. People that had purchased movies and stuff through them when they went out of business, all that digital media, they lost all of it. John, I'm drinking potatoes with a splash of water. Chaos Theory loving that Dr. Pepper. But yeah, there hasn't been too much going on. Trying to figure out uh, how to make the channel grow, how to progress. Worked on doing a few shorts. Yeah, I didn't post a few of them. I think I only posted like one or two. But yeah, I'm trying to get away from the short ones and try to have something a little bit more. If it's going to be short, at least make it somewhat informational. So that's kind of my goal. Without geeking out about it, I guess. But yeah, I'm drinking water with the tablets that contains minerals to prevent dehydration. Oh yeah, so like electrolytes and all that. That's big business. Yeah, I buy a lot of those packets to put in my water for that reason. Yeah, kind of like the liquid IV or Propel is kind of like another version of it. Yeah, you got to be careful. it's one of those things. If you're working out and sweating, it makes sense. But if you're not sweating too much, then you gotta. Yeah, I just learned that some of this stuff was way too. Yeah. Don Ray, you're right. Yeah, some of it you gotta read the contents. Yeah, some of it is like ridiculously high in salt. Squat shot, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. How goes it with you, brother? It is good to see you. Oh yeah, Cannon, you're one. Yeah, you need the Salt Lake. Yeah, I've found my way there a few times. Yeah, I've been not paying attention and end up whooped and dehydrated, like pedaling 3 miles an hour down the road. Yeah, you just kind of completely bonk out at some point, but yeah, you learn. You kind of learn what you need. Yeah, you kind of listen to your body too. Yeah, Squatch, same old, same old. I'm with you, man. Yeah, my doc told me to drink it because of my condition, the constant muscle spasms. Didn't know about the salt though. Yeah, for muscle spasms, they usually recommend like potassium. Oh, I got to do a disclaimer, right? I'm not a doctor, blah blah blah. Um, but yeah, potassium is like an important thing. Like yeah, from bananas, and that'll stop a lot of leg cramps and leg twitching. Yeah, I got heat stroke at Woodstock '99 while drunk on vodka and tripping on shrooms. Learned a world of lessons. Yeah, Boondock, that's you could call that a learning experience. I'd completely agree with you. That's a game changer too. That'll promote the epiphany. Yeah, yeah, and you're still with us, man. We've all danced with the devil at some point. Yeah, to not take any of those chances anymore. To be sure. Yeah, I agree with you, man. That's an extreme high risk activity to be avoiding. There's limited down to one crutch at a time. Oh, I think every working class American's gotten um yeah, they kicked back a few bottles and got their stupid on. I don't think I know anybody that hasn't really. Everybody at some point in life just says, okay, I'm just going to be stupid momentarily or whatever their decision making process is. Um, yeah, we've all done it. Um, yeah, I have some blood tests once a year. Numbers gone up and down on what I need. Yeah, they're always trying to do something. Yeah, but I was conscious to see RHCP cover Hendrix light my fire and see the riot start. So there's that. Right on. Hey, there. As long as you're conscious for the important stuff, right? And that's what really matters in life. That right there should be a T-shirt. As long as you're conscious for the important stuff, that's all that really matters. But yeah, what else have we got going on? Yeah, so I am figuring a little bit more about tools and stuff. I'm gonna get. There's some other stuff I want to get. I'm gonna kind of do like the master kit. You're not gonna carry all of it. That would be insane. But you could do everything from like small, compact, lightweight kit to a yeah. I'm out there. I'm gonna build a log cabin kind of thing and just kind of like pick and choose whatever you want. Yeah, bushcraft is insulted. I would never do that. Yeah, not this guy, right? You yeah. Um yeah, I've spent most of the second night of Woodstock sitting on a cooler with a K bar in hand, depending on. Yeah, some of those things get wild. I don't know. I avoid crowds. I've never been. I don't need to go to big crowd places where like mob rule could take over, and yeah, it just a lot of those things always get ugly. It's like, go into a cheap bar. Never find the cheapest bar in town. Like it's not going to be a pretty sight. Like go to someplace classy at least, or I don't know. Even there, there's bar fights everywhere. What is my smallest bug out bag? Um, geez, it depends. Probably my day pack. Yeah, I suppose in a situation with what I carry in my backpack, my EDC bag. Yeah, that would be the smallest scenario bug out thing. And yeah, depending on what I have in it, but most likely that would be the smallest thing. It would be um, Bushy. That was my first and last time ever. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, that's like, hey, I tried it, done it. A lot of people are like that with tandem jumps. Like they come out, they do one tandem jump, they're like, I did that, I'm never doing it again. Like, so yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I've been working not a nice place. Oh, that sucks, B&A. Oh, that's kind of like, yeah, that'll throw your week off. Hey, maybe you can get out in the shop, do some tooling or something, keep your mind busy. Yeah, how's the shop coming along? Or have you did the strop and paddles make it to the back burner? Yeah, low income housing, helping getting a building ready for an inspection. Yeah, and there's always a ton of like work to be done in low income housing. Like, yeah, if they're not paying for it, they don't respect the property at all. So yeah, there's a lot of damage done to those places. Oh, EDC flamethrower? Man, if I had a flamethrower, I wish I had gotten in on one of those. Did you see those Tesla flamethrowers? Um, but as far as EDC lighter, I do a Bic lighter with the Exotac fire sleeve, and yeah, for a pocket flamethrower, I guess. Yeah, I have some understanding of how yuck that is. Oh yeah, Don Ray's, yeah, yeah. My shop is way too cold. Put some other secret projects on the basement shop though. Oh, that's cool, B&A. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, with as cold as it's been, you'd have to like crank a propane heater or something. Yeah, you'd probably be spending crazy money trying to heat a big shop, even a small one. Yes, drops will resume when it's a little more tolerable. Yeah, I still want to put one together that's like a titanium plate, like a thin titanium plate, but thick enough so it's not going to bend or anything. So yeah, titanium plate, and then yeah, glue some leather onto that as like a field strop, like a 2x6. Like I've got that 2x6 diamond plate. Yeah, I still want one. Think of a mischief I can cause. Oh yeah, cannon. Yeah, burn it all down, right? Cannon will be out there peaceful protesting all weekend with his flamethrower. That would put an end to that garbage, wouldn't it? And be like, no, no, there's crazy guys out there with flamethrowers. We're gonna stay home. Yeah, some people carry a small blowtorch in their nerdy coffee can, then light up the gas stove with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, you're right, man. Yeah, some people. Yeah, I won't lie. I've started fires with 5 gallons of jet fuel. So there is an easier way. Yeah, the bonfire, that fuel I was talking about, where I could get like endless fuel for the right stove if I were traveling up and down the eastern seaboard. Yeah, those trucks, the fuel trucks have to be sumped and checked for contaminants and stuff on a daily, and you're not allowed to put the fuel back into the fuel truck. It has to go into a separate container. So yeah, we would grab 5 gallon buckets of that and start bonfires with it. Yeah, skydivers aren't always the smartest people in the group. Yeah, it would even use avgas, which avgas is more like gasoline. Like it vents a bunch of fumes, and you think you're like a safe distance away, but then pow, your eyebrows are gone. Like, yeah, avgas is like way worse than standard gas on that. I think it's up like 110 octane or something. Don Ray's taking off. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us, Don Ray. Hopefully you get your splitter sorted out soon. Hopefully somebody could help you with that. I wish I knew about those, but I don't. Um, but yeah, yeah, keep everybody posted and yeah, take care of yourself during this. Be well, Don. We will. I'm sure we'll see you soon. We're doing awesome. Yeah, yeah, Al Hansen. It's avgas is like yeah, it's it's definitely spoofed up stuff. Some of those people that run those like turbo golf carts, they come out to buy avgas a lot because it packs a lot more punch than anything you can get at the standard automobile gas pumps. Yeah, I don't know what the exact number is, but yeah, it's not the same as what you put in your car, that's for sure. But oddly, Jet A is more like diesel. Like you can put a match to it and it won't light easy. Like you got to heat it up. In fact, some places will take the Jet A that they sump from the fuel trucks and put it into like a 200-gallon tank, and then there's some additive you put in there that kind of like neutralizes something or does something, and then you can use it as diesel. So a lot of skydive centers they'll recycle the Jet A from the fuel sumps to the tractors they have to use to mow the landing areas. The actual the grass the for skydivers to land on, not for the planes. The planes have the runway, you know. But yeah, the DZ, the LZ. Yeah, I got a speeding ticket from an airplane once. Part of the ticket was the cost of the avgas. Yeah, it's definitely not cheap. It's expensive stuff. Like yeah, it's really expensive. It's like it's bad like pulling up to the marina in like East Moriches or Key West or something. It's crazy expensive. And the amount they burn, like you burn quite a bit of that. Like what I think it's something like oh, it's around like 18 or 20 gallons for twin engine super otter to climb to like 14,000 feet. So yeah, and then yeah, the rates are all over the place. Five, six, $7 a gallon, depending on how you're getting it. Yeah, I would go for a fuel. There's a low freezing point for the multi-fuel stove. Yeah, well, that's the plan of the multi-fuel stove is you can switch it out. It takes like five different types of fuel. Like yeah, it takes white gas, diesel, Jet A, kerosene, and it has a hookup for isopro containers. So you can even run these in warmer weather and not have to deal with all the priming and all that stuff. Yeah, a friend used to run a gas in the 72 olds Cutlass 396 faster quarter mile times. Yeah, I would go for yeah, an extreme cold camp, and I use alcohol stirrers, burns at lower temp, and takes more fuel, but will work no matter what. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Boondock. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. Like pressurized white gas is one of the most common ways. At least for like yeah, like that's what I grew up using in New Hampshire, like winter camping and stuff. And we never had any problems with that stuff. So yeah, I think the white gas would be one of the best ways to go. Yeah, try some lamp oil that also works in storm lanterns. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Pressurized white gas haven't used since a kid with the old Comans. Um, yeah, like that. The MSR Whisper Light International and stuff like that. A lot of them run off of. Yeah, you buy it in like a 1 gallon can, and then yeah, you put it in the bottle, and then you pressurize the bottle. Like those red MSR fuel bottles. Oh, like they look like those like half-liter and 1 liter metal water bottles you find for like $10 or something. They're not very expensive, but yeah, there's a piece that comes with the stove that replaces the storage cap on the fuel bottle. You screw it on, and then it's a pump that pressurizes the bottle. It's like an aluminum bottle. Yeah, even back in the day, the MSR stoves were too rich for me. Yeah, yeah. Make sure you keep a window cracked, otherwise the fire can use the following your oxygen. Yeah, yeah. Make sure you've got some good ventilation for sure. Yeah, power station and electric cooktop now. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting stuff. I've been looking more and more into some of the overlanding stuff and everything. Yeah, I'd definitely like to go back down that road again, the dirt road. Um, yeah, I've been kind of looking back into it, and yeah, there's a million and one options. But yeah, we'll see what happens where everything goes. Still looking into the kydex as well. I've done some more research on doing custom kydex sheath. I also want to find somebody who can make like a simple design, reasonable, whatever sheaths for like the Gomboys and Outbacks and stuff, like a nylon sewn one. They're kind of hard to find. Yeah, I found lots of leather sheaths for like the Pocket Boys and Gomboys and stuff on Etsy. But yeah, I kind of want to go like nylon or something, like a nylon pouch. Yeah, I got an Anchor power station and a cheap rice cooker. Many of the hot plates or other cookers take too much wattage. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, a good rice cooker, man, that's worth its weight in gold too. Yeah, MSR Dragonfly is good in very cold conditions. Very noisy though. Yeah, that's one of the things about yeah, like the Dragonfly. And it's another large one. That one I'm thinking of, the XGK or something. It's the like it's the premier model. Like it does the most amount of tricks. Um, yeah, that's the perk to it. It does good in cold conditions. Yeah, but they're loud. They sound like little RC jets going off. They definitely carry noise for a distance. Yeah, that's what like yeah, one of the other things I want to really give a fair shot to are the stick burners. Like the different steel boxes. You just gather up some sticks. Yeah, yeah, I'd like to give some of that a fair try. Yeah, I've looked at Bushcraft Essentials. The Bush box is the one I'm most interested. They've got like a couple decent sized versions. So yeah, that would be fun to mess around with. And I think it would be useful. You're just grabbing sticks, and at least if you're on the East Coast, there's sticks everywhere. So yeah, readily available fuel supply. Yeah, I think a CZ Scorpion magazine pouch would hold that Gomboy great. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, there's got to be something on the market out there, or it's not difficult to have something made. Yeah, the big MSR burns diesel very well. Yeah, yeah, that's the one that they actually have a Marine Corps version of it. That's the one that comes with the yeah, it's the whatever USMC edition fuel stove, and it comes with like two 1 liter fuel bottles that are like they're OD. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet little setup. I think last time I saw it, it was somewhere around like $250, and that's the whole thing. The stove, the two fuel bottles, dry sack to put your stove and stuff into. It had like a field repair kit, so all any O-rings or anything like that. It's yeah, complete repair kit, different fuel tips and stuff. But yeah, it's been a little while. Like they still have the civilian version out, but it's getting harder and yeah, it's getting more difficult to get the USMC version. But yeah, and like I said, I think the jet boil is great for boiling water. Like if you're gonna boil water, the jet boil is outstanding. Other than that, it's just kind of like like yeah, you could heat up some canned stuff or something. Like you got to stir it frequently. But yeah, it's a great water boiler. Does stuff like that. You could probably use it for like pasta and rice or something. So yeah, any questions, guys? We're still in the game here. Yeah, Boondock, we gotta yeah, once the spring hits, we gotta get together. Get some who's that ass bucket? A distant memory, never your mind. Yeah, I don't mean to hate, but I have to. So when people complain about the sound of their stove, like, is that really your top concern? Yeah, hey, Boondock, it can be actually. Yeah, if you're out there doing some stealth camping, like questionable areas, um, yeah, and some people, it's just, yeah, I mean, they're loud. Like I said, it sounds like a small jet engine the entire time. You can hear the thing probably 150, 200 yards away in the evening or the morning for sure. Um, and that's people. So yeah, if you don't want to be making your coffee on some screaming stove, and then go out hunting. I mean, you kind of let everything there know. Being a some degenerate. Oh, did I miss somebody being a tool again? I don't know. Yeah. So as far as Silky goes, I think there's only two major things I really want to get, and that's the well left to get the Zubot Ultimate, which is yeah sweet fixed saw, and then I think eventually I'm gonna end up getting the Silky Nada Outback. Kind of finish off. I'll have the whole Outback collection. I can kind of put them to the test, beat them up a little bit. Maybe not the 40th anniversary limited edition super duper collector sticker value pack, but for sure the Outback. Um, yeah, we'll be running this one still for sure. So sweet. Yeah, I've used air inflators that scream like a banshee to in close proximity. I couldn't imagine a pressurized fuel stove being much louder. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, Boondock teach their own. Like, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, I've never used an inflator. I know they're loud. But yeah, to some people, yeah, I guess maybe the snap crackle pop of a stick stove is more entertaining than a screaming fuel injected blowtorch going off. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, and you could split hairs over it all week, and yeah, the little click 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 from my mountain bike tire. That's not very stealthy either. So, but they do sell a stealthier version. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, like I said, it depends on how far away you are and a million and one variables, and it's kind of like the knife debate or the pew pew debate. It could just go on and on and on about, well, if you're really trying to stealth camp, what are you cooking food for, dumbass? Just eat it cold. That's why God invented Pop Tarts. So you don't you can eat your breakfast in camp in the morning without making. Well, those wrappers are pretty loud. Actually, that might bother somebody. Kind of like nails on a chalkboard, though. Yeah, to me it sounds like the engine of an M1 Abrams. Yeah, depends on if you melt snow to get the water. Yeah. How are you melting the snow, man? Yeah, I think that's where a stick stove would be awesome. You could just find a bunch of sticks and keep feeding it, and yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, I've learned that a lot on YouTube lately. I've dealt with it quite a bit too, and I'm kind of like dealing with it. Like I find it interesting. Like I left a comment on a short like, hey, what do you carry every day? And the vast majority of people aren't telling me what they carry. They're telling me what I should actually carry. They're like, you shouldn't carry that knife. You should get rid of this. You should add this. Like, well, maybe that's what you're loading out, man. There's yeah, yes. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm like, well, I don't even remember like thanks for the advice, but really, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I hit like YouTube brain rot or something. Yeah, I eat my MREs frozen. Don't want to tip off the FLIR and the drones. Hey, yeah, it's getting that serious though. They're using FLIR busting people and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they're making homelessness a crime now. Yeah, it's all over the place. There's some people talk. I don't know if it counts as talking about politics, but I guess if you're homeless, you're bushcrafting to some degree. Yeah, it takes a whole entire crap load to get a liter. It sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on like you can't park cars now in certain areas. You can't park for more than 2 hours. Depends on, and they're passing laws like that all over the country. Because yeah, they cause this massive hyperinflation. Nobody can afford rent anymore. So because of that, there's tons of people becoming homeless that are working 40, 50 hours a week. It's just complicated. Um, and yeah, that's insane what's going on. So yeah, I don't know. I guess you could say, hey, maybe they're learning some bushcraft skills. They want to improve their environment. Yeah, as a full time card holder, I haven't had issues like. Yeah, but dude. It's where you're at. Go. Travel down the eastern seaboard, the full length of it, and stealth camp where you can, when you can, and you'll find you're singing a completely different tune. Yeah, where you're at, dude. I used to live up there, man. Like right in the Mount Washington Valley there. And yeah, you're not going to run into those issues up there. You're in the Great North Woods, the lowest populated portion of the state. Like 90% of the state lives like Concord and below. 10% lives Concord and above. Like you're way out there. Yeah, you're not going to have those problems in an area. No, and there's other areas like that too. Like you can go into the North Woods of Maine and probably never see anybody. Um, but yeah, then that's why I keep saying everybody's situation is different. Um, Living in your car in northern New England has its challenges, but I would take those over dealing with the BS in a sunshine state. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, it's real estate, man. It's location, location, location. That's always real estate. Um, but yeah, if you tried going down and car camping around Boston, I'm sure you'd have a substantially different experience. Yeah, Stephen Miller's long arms is what's happening. But unfortunately, they've been closing a lot of the local rest areas on the highway, and a lot of they're closing rest areas all over the country. They're closing like dispersed camping areas, like what used to be like called BLM land, kind of like Canadian Crown land. Yeah, they're closing off. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. They're closing it all down, and the urban areas are passing like 2 hour parking laws, no overnight parking. Some of them have like 4 or 6 hour parking laws. A vehicle can't be in one spot for more than 3 days. It depends on what, like all different places are doing different things about it. Some are real aggressive about it, and others are kind of passive and, um, but yeah. Lived in a car in D.C. That was not fun. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Cannon. And doing all the cycling I did, there was places where, um, yeah, I could play the music and set up my lawn chair and do all kinds of stuff in the woods and not worry a little bit about it. And there's other times where I was like, yeah, I just don't want to deal with getting the knock, like, um, yeah, I've gone into some areas and gotten harassed. So yeah, it all depends on where you're at. Like, yeah, the main street in like Myrtle Beach is great. It's like tourist paradise. There's like a law enforcement officer like every 50 yards up and down the whole street. But if you go one street up, yeah, you might want to have some protection. Chris, what's happening, man? How you doing? Welcome back. Katem Dougal, what are you talking about? You're an absolute asshat. I don't know what that tool's talking about, but yeah. 3.5 years, 4 winters, have never gotten a knock on my window. Right, like once again, Boondock. It's we get it. You're a unique situation. You, dude, you're in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, I used to live up there, man. I know the entire area. Yeah, but that's not the case in Savannah, Georgia. That's not the case in Orlando, Florida. That's not the case in 1,000 other places that you would travel through. But yeah, it's going to be common in some like outback place in some other state as well. You can get lost in Arizona and nobody will find you for months if you didn't want to be found. And yeah, the upstate New York is the same way. There's places you can go where nobody would be aware. I understand that, dude. But there are times where they're not in a great spot like that. That's the whole, yeah. Yeah, this is our sixth winter off the grid, right around the corner from the coldest place in continental U.S. That is cool, dude. Yeah, I'd prefer to off grid it in warmer climates, to be honest. But yeah, hey, man, and you probably don't get a lot of traffic there, so you probably get your peace and quiet with the cold. Everything comes at a price. Everything's got its pros and its cons. All right, Rob made it home safe. Good job. Yeah, it is. It's freezing out. Adam Hayes, channel member, welcome to the chat. How goes it with you? Yeah, Adam. We were looking at the Mrs. B got us the Silky GOMBOY KURO, the GOMBOY KURO 240, and it's their 40th anniversary limited edition. Comes with this smoked out case, which I think is cool. The blacked out plastic, which that really shows fingerprints, doesn't it? Yeah, we did an almost genuine unboxing with this earlier. But yeah, it's got the same little belt strap, hold the flap down thingy. These really, yeah, they're not really useful on a standard belt, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, that's the case that came in the box. Here is the saw. It's got the black oxide blade and finish, and then it's got this. It almost feels like carbon fiber, black composite handle. 8 teeth per inch, so it's about the same as the Silky Outback. This is part of the Outback family, but it's the 40th year limited edition. I kind of geeked out on Mrs. B about saws the other day, and then when she's like, "Well, what about that one?" I'm like, "Oh, well, it's serves the purpose of the other one, but it's cool. It's limited edition, you know." So she's been working a bunch of overtime and surprised me with it. And boy, there's more. Like the saw is great and stuff, but you actually get some stickers with this. Like this is the first time I ever got Silky stickers with a Silky product. But yeah, you got the GOMBOY 40th anniversary limited edition sticker. All the cool kids are getting it. You got some silky, yeah, some Silky stickers there. 40th GOMBOY Outback edition. So now I'm legit. Like this is like the certificate to be the master bushcrafter. No, I'm just kidding. I know you got to have a dog before you have a real outdoor channel. But yeah, so we got the stickers, man. And of course it came with the standard stuff. Anybody you can. Oh yeah, hey God, you can pause this and read it if you want to. It's the warnings and safety and don't be a tool. You know that safety stuff. But yeah, sweet saw. Yeah, fresh off a 14-hour shift at work, ready to pop smoke and get the fuck out. Yeah, Adam, I don't blame you there. Yeah, 14. Yeah, Mrs. B, she's been working some stupid hours lately. They've been short staffed, so they've had her kind of like, well, yeah, she works extra because she wants things to run, you know how that goes, guys. And so yeah, she's been working some real overtime lately. Yeah, well, now here's looking at you, kid. It is good to see you, though, man. Simple. If you eat nothing all day, you will stay awake and alert out of spite. Yeah, you're right, Adam. Yeah, I've had it before where I took a lunch break and then I'm ready for a nap. Like, yeah, we were grinding, just moving all day, like turning loads. And, yeah, man, I ended up having a big lunch and I was like, oh no. Like walking around with a cinder block in your gut, like, oh, this just sucks, man. I need a nap. Yeah, we can get you a dog costume for the cat. Yeah, chaos, a dog costume for the cat. That would legitimize it, right? Or we could we could get a cat costume for Cannon's corgi. Somebody, you guys need to leave him alone about that. That's quite enough of that already. Oh yeah, Adam, Mrs. B, she's doing well. She's rocking it in the workplace. But yeah, she's doing better. Her shoulder hasn't been bothering her. She's doing well. I'm a little bit concerned with the number of hours she's been working, but yeah, hey, she don't listen, She's like, hey, why don't you, just work a regular 8 hour shift? And oh no, not that. No, can't have it. And she's got things to do and yep. So but yeah, she's been banging out the overtime and yeah, it hasn't hurt the check for sure. Adam, my only problem is I like to skip the caffeine and go straight to rage and spite. Gotta have the coffee. Anybody else gotta have the coffee? Like it's like Mrs. B is like that. She doesn't function till she gets her coffee. Yeah, she just is kind of like comatose. But yeah, I don't know. I can do with or without it. Yeah, whatever. Depends. I know to skip the caffeine and go straight to rage. Like chicken costumes for hedgehogs to cross the road safely. Precisely, Ol Hanson. Yeah, and yeah, that cat's been an extra nuisance lately. And anybody wants an update on Mrs. B's cat? Yeah, that cat's just it's still it's just it's here to smite me or something. I don't know what the deal is. It's not good though. You're the one mostly picking on Cannonbird. Yeah, chaos. I don't think he's still here. Yeah, it is. It is mostly me. B&A's taking off. We'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. We definitely appreciate you being here. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I love the smell of coffee, but I hate the taste of caffeine. I do. Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm stealth mode, right, man? Just pre-gaming sniper school. um, yeah, I could take it or leave it. I actually, man, I didn't drink coffee for so many years, like a lot of years. Geez, probably, oh, I don't know, like 15, 16 years at least. Yeah, maybe even longer than that, like 18, 20 years. I didn't drink coffee, but then, yeah, I just ended up like one day, like Mrs. Bushcraft with like Dunkin' Donuts, like coffee. Sure, why not? Actually, I went there to get her a coffee, and I'm like, well, geez, while I'm here, I'll get myself a coffee. I haven't had a coffee in a while. So I weighed my cat the other day. He's 18 pounds, 3 pounds. Yeah, Rob, you're all set, man. Now if you end up getting the ice storm real bad, you can't get out. Like you got to do what you got to do. It's kitty food is now well, kitty food. Yeah, you might have. I'm just saying, if you know it snows or something, you can't get out. You might have to. I don't know how much Mrs. B's cat weighs. It's he's definitely he's got a weight problem for sure. A cat is fat. He doesn't do anything. He's useless. He don't chase mice or do anything like you hear like a good cat would do. Anything a good cat would do, this one doesn't. But he doesn't really do bad stuff anymore either. He doesn't really. Overall, it's pretty useless. But hey, the missus loves that thing. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to work on a Monday on my stand. Yeah, Cannon's going to starve though. Like, yeah, that I bet you that 18-pound cat would totally house on your corgi. Like, if if the apocalypse hits and you got to resort to pets, man, Cannon's going to starve. He's got like a half an appetizer. That's like you order an order of hot wings at some place thinking you got like a cool dozen or something, but then they bring a plate over with like three, and you're like you get like three wings as an appetizer. Maybe it does cat videos if the pay is right. Kid, I hope you have plenty of whiskey and MREs. Yeah. Do I have a SWAT knife? Is that a I don't know. I don't. I don't have a SWAT knife. I call this my ninja chopper though. But I'm not gonna say ninja chopper anymore because then like some master ninja version of Don Shipley's gonna show up and be like, you know ninja. I'll get accused of stolen ninja valor, right? Gary Graham, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Dark Blue, welcome, welcome. Is that a legit? I think it's a legit thing, isn't it? Doesn't like Smith and Wesson or something make some SWAT folder? Maybe CRKT. Dude, I bet you there's a SWAT knife out there. Like literally a SWAT knife. And you probably somebody's making a fixed blade called a SWAT knife too. Like marketing, marketing, merchandising, merchandising. Like yeah, if you've seen it on television, you can buy it. Yeah, SWAT. SWAT's cool. It's almost as cool as like a ninja, but ninjas are cooler because they have like shurikens and nunchucks and a ninja sword. Right? No seat. Oh, Gary, yeah, this is my the Spyderco. This is my Sage 5 CF carbon fiber scales, customized pocket clip, and I think it's S30V steel. Yeah, whoops. That was operator error. Totally operator error. I'm left-handed. It's a right-handed knife, right? Yeah. Yeah, great knife. This was like gifted to me like last December 2024, like the first week. And I've just been carrying it ever since. I'm gonna be the one knife folder guy. No, I'm gonna get another folder. Like I got some sentimental value to this one. So at some point I'll be like, oh, I don't want to lose it. I'll retire it to my workbench here. It'll be my official workbench folding knife, and I'll get something else to carry about. So if I lose that, it's different. I wouldn't want to lose this knife. Yeah, Gary, left-handers are like only 10% of people are left-handed. And yeah, everybody else is wrong because left-handed people think with the right side of their mind. Everybody else, the wrong side. Can I got a 24 pack of memories a couple months ago. Nice. I'm left-handed. 21 things. Oh, Mrs. Bushcraft is in the house. How you doing, honey? School desk. Yeah, I threw like a girl left-handed, but I played hockey and lacrosse left-handed. Figure that out. Yeah, man, I gotta there's a lot of things I'm ambidextrous in now. I think that's fairly common for left-handed people. Like you were taught um to do it right-handed, but you do it better left-handed, but you can still do it right-handed. Or there's just some stuff that like I went full stupid one point. Yeah, when Mrs. Bushcraft was getting into archery, I had been in archery quite a bit before, and then got out of it because of traveling. And then with Miss B, I was getting back into it, so I was all excited about it. And so we went out and we bought bows, and I bought a bow, and I'm like, this is great. And I started shooting, and I'm like, wow, I've gone downhill. I suck now. I forgot like a bow, a bow's right-handed or left-handed. And yeah, so I bought a right-handed bow instead of a left-handed one, and I totally forgot I shot left-handed. But I dialed it in, man, and I got good at it again. I could Robin Hood my arrows pretty consistent at like 30 yards. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, so now I'm completely ambidextrous when it comes to like a compound bow. I can do lefty or righty. I wonder if I was shooting good and mine was set up wrong. Yeah, yeah, when Mrs. Bushcraft got her bow, they set up her draw length like her draw length was like 4 inches too long. Absolutely ridiculous. And I was off doing my thing, letting them, set up the bow. I didn't want to interfere and stuff. I because I would have noticed that. But yeah, her draw length was like messed up. It was like 4 inches too long, and I'm trying to like coach her through shooting or learning how and stuff. And yeah, and I'm just like, I'm looking, I'm like, is that how you hold the bow every time? And she's like, yeah. And yeah, she was just kind of like, instead of like using a standard like sight and everything with the compound bow, she was just kind of like looking down the arrow, sort of, like she's aiming it like traditional archery, not like a compound bow because the sight was behind her eye. She's lucky she didn't like get face slapped or something by the string. Duty, honor, country, absolutely. The Sage of Rage, welcome to the chat. I don't know how I shoot. It's pretty intuitive. Yeah. Yeah, Adam, it does become that way. I think, yeah, I think you're right. Like, and that's what's cool about traditional archery. It's more intuitive shooting. It's not like, sights and pins and things like that. Now they've got like this fancy Garmin, weird stuff going on. Someone said duty or duty, Rob. Yeah, we'll go with both, Rob. We're pretty laid back about there. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, with long arms under perfectionist, but the side arms, I'm a snap shooter of an instant shooter. I can't explain it despite efforts otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, some things people just are good at. Hey, you want to see some of the best rock climbers in the world? You really want to learn rock climbing? Watch a 4 or 5 year old rock climb, like legit rock climbing, and you'll learn something about climbing. Like it's just intuitive. Yeah, they just do it, and yeah, yeah. Some things are like that in life. How often do you say, "Oh, I could do that with my left hand"? Yeah. Yeah, I've said that quite a bit. I can do that more. Yeah, I like it best when I can say like I'm ambidextrous. I can do that lefty or righty. That's always cool. But yeah, what do you mean you can't do that? Like I could do it faster left-handed than somebody could right-handed. Like a bolt action. I kind of like I grew up like shooting lefty, but I would always end up with somebody's right-handed rifle, even bolt actions and stuff. And I would just, I got so used to it. I can operate a bolt action just as fast as anybody, right-handed. Oh, she's home. Oh, it is. Oh, she must have gotten out a smidge early. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I just watched a 3-year-old ski video that a friend showed me. No poles or stuff, and I had to learn as a man. Super jealous. Yeah, I think everybody learned to ski differently. Yeah, yeah. Well, that brings back some good memories. Learning to ski at the local. We didn't have a mountain. We had a hill locally, and in Manchester, New Hampshire, there's a little ski hill called McIntyre Ski Area. But hey, when you're kids, it's cool, right? So yeah, we kind of grew up going there, and yeah, it was one of the winter things to do. So yeah, I don't, man, I got at least, man, probably 50, 60 days of skiing in, or not maybe not full days, but yeah, you could go on a Friday night and hit the jumps or hit the moguls or something for fun, hang out with your friends. There's a little little lodge style thing there that had concession. You could get, hot chocolate and soft pretzels and all that cool stuff. Nice tie collection. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm working titanium, man. I love the titanium stuff. Yeah, the grail. I had the previous, the regular ultra press grail, and that was awesome. And this is an awesome upgrade investment. A few more features. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. And then yeah, this is probably one of the most expensive things I've kind of like. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I definitely had to. The Vargo parabottle because paracord, I'm a parachute guy. So I just, if anybody can rock a parabottle and not be a poser, it's me. So yeah, I've got a few other I've got their titanium utensils as well, which I like that stuff as well. Again, I throw like a girl left-handed, but play hockey and lacrosse left-handed. Yeah, how do you box cannon? Do you box left-handed like southpaw? Because that's a huge advantage in a fight. Like everybody, like 90% of people are right-handed, so they think right-handed, and they like what's going to oppose them is right-handed as well. So just being a southpaw gives you like this huge advantage of everything's normal for you because you're left-handed, but everything's reversed for them because they're used to boxing other right-handers. Yeah, how is the bottom of that Vargo formed? How is the bottom of the Vargo formed? I don't know much about how they form the process of it, the process of forming it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not sure whatever welding or pressing or forming techniques they use. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. Not not in my data banks. Yeah, my titanium model got expanded at the bottom slightly when it froze a little bit, but it's welded. Yours looks formed. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a weld or a seam anywhere, so yeah, they might have like formed it up or something. Any opinion on the old DB Cooper miss? DB Cooper miss, man. I He could have survived. Yeah, man. Oh, that's been a bonfire conversation 1,000 times. Um, yeah, man. Sometimes, we had conversations that lasted hours. People would be like trying to argue the speed, what the actual speed of the aircraft was at the time, and you definitely have to decelerate to deploy your parachute. Um, yeah, because I mean, like a reserve parachute um, has like a maximum deployment of like 150 miles an hour. So you definitely want to be going slower. It's much better to like 120 or below. So yeah, if you're riding a partial mile or something. But anyhow, Yeah, the odds of surviving that exit, like depending on the actual speed, is insane. You got to figure average free fall is, 120 miles an hour, boxman position, like traditional belly to earth, 150, 160 in what we call a sit fly, and then like 190, 190, 200 ish, and a head down, feet up, like you're going kind of like diving straight down. Slower angle flying, but yeah, he'd have to decelerate like well below 150 knots. But yeah, whether or not he survived that initial blast of the air is kind of the question. That might be part of the reason why they never found him. Yeah, he might have been like torn to pieces on the exit. So yeah, and the weight of money on him. Well, actually, the weight of the money is going to be neutralized because the if he's got a large bag strapped to him, that's creating drag. That's creating more surface area. So, and pound for pound, if you were to base it off of wing loading, it probably it didn't speed him up at all. It probably had like a neutral fall rate, almost like the concept of neutral buoyancy. For scuba diving, you can be in a skydive position where you've added weight, but you've increased surface area, increased drag. So you're going to find like that neutral, in that 120 fall rate position. Yeah, I think he lived, but didn't take much loot on person. They did find some bills at some point in some river or something. It could or couldn't be related, but yeah. What is terminal velocity faster than that? Terminal velocity is the maximum speed that something falls at, giving the current, like once you take into factor like aerodynamics and stuff like that, it's going to have like some type of fixed fall rate. And that's where like the belly of the earth position that you normally see skydiving in, that's like 120. But if you vertical, like if you sit your body up, now you've reduced the surface area with the same amount of weight behind it. So it's going to fall faster. And air density has a lot to do with that. Like when what's that guy? They did the stratosphere jump. There's the Red Bull, there's Kittinger, there's a third guy who did like an awesome job on it too. But he didn't have the Red Bull sponsorship, so nobody knows about him. But when those guys jumped, those guys actually broke the sound barrier because the air density up there is so low that there's not enough friction no matter what body position you're in. Yeah, they're passing the sound barrier. So terminal velocity is like there's a huge variable. It's basically like lift versus drag, and then air density is the next major determining factor. Hon, I have a question. Point out which one is your new one. Yeah, yeah, she should ought to see it. This is the new one, honey. Um, this is the box it came in, the GOMBOY KURO. All the information, cool information on here. Yep, the non-set teeth, the Gukai Mi, which is the shape of the blade of the tooth, and then impulse hardening. Does anybody actually know what that is? It sounds really cool though. No, it's some technology they, kind of like a different type of heat treatment or something. But yeah, impulse hardening, silky black oxide. It's got the black oxide and arbor composite grip. I really like the grip on this thing too. It's really good. Um, but it has that grippy texture. I bet you it's gonna like get dirty and stay dirty. But yeah, that's the box. And then instead of coming in the regular clear case, it came in this awesome case, the smoked out. This thing like loves fingerprints though. But yeah, it came in a smoke case, collector's limited edition super case. I always thought terminal velocity was constant. No, yeah, yeah, Canon. No, it's not a. It's it's consistent in design, but not in speed. Like there is a such thing as terminal velocity, but it's a endless variable. But every item has a terminal velocity, like the maximum speed at which it's going to fall at, given its current lift versus drag and air density. But even then, that terminal velocity, the max speed is going to decrease as you lose altitude. As air density increases, you've got more air molecules pushing against you. So yeah, up in the stratosphere, you're 108,000 feet up. There's no air density. In fact, they can't even control themselves and fall. They just fall. There's not enough airflow or like solid airflow that you could, you know, deflect air and control your body position. So until air density increases, they have no control over the free fall. So yeah, it varies. Like there's like those are the three major variables: the lift versus drag, and then air density. Yeah, Felix Baumgartner, he later died paragliding with a big propeller on his back. Yeah, Al Hansen, yeah, paramotors, those are just as much fun too. That's a stupid game to play for about $8,000. No, you can get into a good paramotor for like $4 or $5,000. But if you want something with some wing that you can, yeah, and some power, you like a nice lightweight carbon fiber prop, push engine and stuff. Yeah, you $7,000, $8,000. But man, it's good times, especially if you're living at the airport. Then like if you're living at a low traffic private airport, like a skydive center, there's multiple paramotor instructors in the skydiving community. Yeah, they skydive full time and then they moonlight as paramotor instructors. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Everything that goes up is going to come down. Anytime you leave the ground, you're guaranteed to land. It's the quality of the landing that makes the difference. So yeah, you get a lot of that. Yeah, those are good times. Yeah, I've known paramotor, paraglider instructors, lots of small engine flight instructors and stuff. But yeah, the aviation industry is pretty cool. When you're in, you can get hooked up pretty good. But yeah, and then Miss B, yeah. So there's the saw. It's got the fancy writing KURO. They got to make a ninja version of something. Like they got the Katana Boy. They need to make a ninja version of something. But yeah, the black oxide finish is sweet. That's going to be good. Fairly decent anti-corrosion. While I say that, Leatherman is black oxide, and it's come off quite a bit. Whoops, man down. Yeah, like if you compare it, like my Wingman is only a few months old. And so, yeah, when you compare it, yeah, I've got some corrosion right there around there. And this is all Leatherman black oxide finish. So I'm not sure, I know it's going to vary depending on who applied it and how old it is and all that. But I've had some DLC coating that's lasted years and years, so. Yeah, I saw a bunker take off on a video. It looked very safe, I have to say, but something later went wrong. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's like a lot of the skydiving accident reports. They'll all read like, after an uneventful free fall, it's like, yeah, nothing happened in free fall. Nothing happened until they hit the ground. Like we kind of got that. But no, there can be things in you could have a midair collision or something. But yeah, they always start off great though. All right, Gary, thanks for hanging out. We'll definitely catch you later. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I don't know. Did we open this up? Yeah, this is by far like my favorite size saw. Most definitely. Oh, you're definitely welcome, man. And yeah, thanks again for hanging out. We definitely appreciate everybody spending their time with us. Oh yeah, and Mrs. Bushcraft didn't see this one yet. And it came with stickers, right? Like GOMBOY 40th anniversary limited edition. And like, oh, that's all. But then look, oh, there's more stickers. Silky, silky, silky. Like, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, it's got the 1980, 1988, 2002 Silky sticker logos. Kapow, more 40th GOMBOY. Right. But when you think it gets better. But wait, there's more. The Outback Edition sticker. It comes with 4 stickers. That right there makes it worth the current going MSRP of $89.99. Oh, it comes with instructions too that we refuse to read. Yeah, you know it's limited when the sticker says it's Boondock. That's a verification certifiable way of doing it. Yeah, when the sticker says it's, but they didn't say how limited. You know, is it one of 200? They're not numbered. I didn't see any numbering on it, or are they? Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, that just says made in Japan. Oh yeah, they are numbered, guys. 2000. Yeah, this is number 2039 out of 9400. They are numbered. That's it doesn't. Yeah. That's real collectible item now, guys. Stickers numbered, serial numbered. Yeah, instructions you mean kindling. Yeah, Chaos knows. That would be the only reason anybody ever kept the instructions with with their stuff. Yeah, you know it's yeah, that does look like a hell of a saw. Yeah, Silky makes great saws. They really do. I have no complaints about Silky saws whatsoever. Um, and I'm not sure about the Nada yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good as well. Yeah, I left the wrapper on here because I'm like, I'm going to do a video, and somebody's going to be like, dude, that thing doesn't even look used yet. And I'll be like, yeah, dumbass, the wrapper's still on there. Like, yeah, we're getting this channel going. Like, we're going at a Ricky Bobby pace, but we're going to get her done. Matthew, what's your favorite knife? And if you have multiple knives, which one's the oldest? My most useful knife, man, I got a lot of favorite knives. But my overall most useful would be this one, Tier 1 BC, by Phobos Knives. This is my, pick one and run, or you pick one and you're done. That would be this knife. It's full tang, like 11 and a quarter inches overall, 5-inch cutting edge. So right, sweet. Everybody says 4 to 6 inches for a blade for, the ultimate bushcraft survival adventure knife, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, 4 to 6 inches, 5 inches, perfectly right in the middle. Not too much, not too little, just perfect. It also has a bow drill divot, so if you did want to do a friction fire, you're all set. It's PVD coated, so great corrosion resistance, all that good stuff. Fire rod notch, so you can do the fire rod. It actually does make a difference. I've used that like more than a few hundred times already. It has a less than lethal option at the bottom, or if you got to test the density of a coconut, kapow, you're good to go. That is my one and done knife. Yeah, if I were to pick one knife, that's actually why it's out here tonight. How many flies, drones, where they're not supposed to be? Yeah, all my instructions get slicer or buried. Came with my Spyderco Para 3 in a box. Grills get kept in boxes when on break. Yeah, I agree with you, Rob. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I broke my Becker BK3 Gerber at work. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Time. Hey, the cool thing about breaking a knife is you get a new knife, right? Unless, hey, maybe you got a warranty. I don't know what their warranty is. Maybe they'll replace it. Oh, that would be against Part 107 rules. I therefore have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, Ole Hanson, I haven't done the drone test. In fact, I finally got a chance to step away from the FAA for the first time in my life, and I'm kind of happy about it. Yeah, I had a drone, and I sold it because yeah, Part 107, it's like what is it, like a $280 $180 test or something. Yeah, basically you have to have like it's just like standard aviation clearance rules. Like like 1,500 feet from the base of a cloud. You can't be within 2,500 feet of a cloud. And it's all basic like VFR flight rules rather than yeah, my cold steel saying my carbon V steel is over 30 years old. Um, yeah, well, hey, yeah, they make some old ones. Old knives are good ones. I think the oldest knife I have right now is around like 15 years old or something. I've never kept a lot of stuff around, never bought a lot of stuff either. I moved every 6 months, so yeah, I did the whole snowbird thing with the skydiving crowd. So I typically worked like in the Northeast, spring, summer, fall, and down in Florida for the winter. I've also worked out in like Vegas and like Gulf side of Texas in Rocheron. Um, yeah, it'll go through a car tour. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, so a lot of knives that I had over the years, either I broke some, I gave some away. I never really kept around too much. I still do it now. If there's something I'm really not using, I find somebody who can use it and I just ship it to them or something. Yeah, so how much is that in today dollars? It's probably like a six, seven, $800 knife by today's standards. Yeah, 30 years ago for $200. Yeah, I think the oldest knife I have now is yeah, I think it's around like 15 years old or so. Um, it's Spartan Blades Horkos, and yeah, I've had this for a bunch of years. Like I could find out, I'd have to call Spartan Blades and be like, "Hey Curtis, when you guys were changing the barn into a like a show shop or whatever, a display show shop or something, whenever that was, is when I bought this knife. So somewhere's around 15 years ago. Yeah, when a drone returns automatically because it's low on batteries, it may not follow rules. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's an issue with the drones. Yeah, if they're returning back, yeah, they might not. Yeah, they might break certain clearances and stuff. Yeah, I have my first pocket knife, a very old Case BSA three blade a trapper. Yeah, that's. I wish I had some of my old knives, like some of the ones I had when I was a kid and everything. I have no idea where most of that stuff went. Like not even the slightest clue. Like I know I got rid of a ton of stuff when I went in the army, and then yeah, you lose stuff in the army. Um, I break crowbars. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Anything can be broken. Yeah, anything man makes can be broken. Crowbars. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I honestly have most of my knives. I've been collecting them since I was about 13 or 14. Yeah, James, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I wish I had that. I'd have stuff like yeah, I wish I still had stuff from when I was a kid. Man, my GI Joe collection is worth a small fortune on today's market. Yeah, I had like transformers and pocket knives and fishing gear and yeah, all kinds of stuff back in the day. Yeah, I've got some super old fishing knives from when my grandfather was a young guy post World War II. Yeah, my grandfather had filleting knives that used to be yeah, they were. It was like a 10-inch or 8-inch chef knife, and he had sharpened it so many times it was now like the size of a fillet knife, and he would use it as for filleting, and yeah, eventually he just like threw it away, and yeah. Oh, it depends on how you have the control programmed. Yeah, it depends on the drone, what the drone's limitations are. Raking Raccoon, what's happening? How you doing? Well, we haven't looked at any. I only have one little lock picking kit. But it's awesome, man. I won this from Rock Out with Your Lockout. Really cool dude. Yeah, he was doing a little giveaway, and yeah, I won this whole little lockpick kit. That wasn't in there. That's an add-on. But yeah, it's got the lockpick. I don't know anything about lockpicking. I just messed around with it a little bit. I'm trying to learn it as a little hey, I'm getting old. How about an old guy hobby? How about just sitting there picking locks for no purpose? It's better than sitting there picking your nose, or worse. Yeah, but yeah, it's got all kinds of cool stuff in here. But yeah, that's my lock picking kit, man. It's pretty complete too. Yeah, have you got to use that saw yet? It's been a minute since I've been able to catch a live. That's a badass kit though. No, James, I just got the saw today. Like this literally just came in today. Here's the box. Yeah. Chance to get one of the locks you can see. No, yeah, I gotta get one of those locks. Um, yeah, I've got a man, it's it's the economy. It's like where do you spend the next money? Yeah, I've got like 150,000 projects going on. But yeah, I want to get one of the clear locks. Uh, yeah, new house lock and key. Like he's got that little stand that he uses. I wouldn't mind getting a little stand and some lock picking. Um, yeah, I think my oldest niece is a family relic. Yeah, outdoor live stream would be kind of fun. Yeah, I plan on doing like outdoor live streams and stuff. Yeah, to pull that off, I need to get a microphone, and I've got to be someplace that still has reception and stuff. It's looking good though. I don't know if any of you guys know Mainly Off Grid. He's got a channel. He's invited us up there. He's got like 600 acres in Maine that yeah, we can go do some adventuring, whatever, do some bushcrafting. And depending on reception and stuff, I might be able to do lives out there as well. Yeah, 44 Delta makes a great little vise. Tension on pins have distinctive sounds. Yeah, I think yeah. I mean, like it's not something I want to learn as a profession or anything. It's the hobby end of it. And yeah, like I said, I know a few of the guys over there at New House Lock and Key and Rock Out with Your Lockout. And honestly, man, it turns into one big BS session, which is what keeps it fun. Like I keep going back, but I'm on the special ed slow learners version of lock picking. Like it's like, man, I got some lock picks and I watched a few videos. That's my skill set. So it's okay. Like everybody was a white belt at some point. Everybody made their first jump at some point. So yeah, it's just part of the process. Yeah, the lock picking lawyer is a god. Yeah. Um, yeah, the god of locks. Yeah, he's yeah, the lock picking lawyer, the goat. Yeah, in fact, I would never even want to get that good. I think I'd get bored with it, to be honest. I've taken a few endeavors in life, and once you kind of get going down that road, you're like, this is really boring. Like it lost its luster really quick. Like scuba diving, man. Scuba diving is fun, but the whole like you're supposed to be like some calm Zen warrior, and like take a breath every 4 minutes, and you rate like the cool kids rated by how long his standard 80 cubic foot tank lasts. Like the longer you make it last, the more experienced you are. It's like, no, man, I want to be kicking the fins, like getting in a workout. Like, yeah, if the really good guy can get his tank to last an hour and 15 minutes, then I'm cool if I got 10 minutes underwater without having to come up over a breath and like chasing fish around and see which fish are ballsy enough to chase you back. Um, yeah, mainly's good people. Yeah. So I'm gonna have the opportunity to go up to there and yeah, do some adventuring in on it on his land, do some videos, kind of like find my groove on the long form format. I've been really holding out for that. I've contemplated doing like some gear reviews and stuff, but yeah, I'm putting it together when I can. I'm just yeah, flat broke and everything costs a fortune now. There's a lot of stuff that when I first started this endeavor have like tripled in price. So it's kind of, and then yeah, it's all very expensive. The getting there and back and all that. Yeah, locks are only to make people honest. Yeah, it's sad. Like, yeah, too bad we don't live in a high trust society anymore, where you don't have to lock everything up. Yeah, I've found that out like in life. Like, yeah, even in the skydiving community, like 30 years ago, you could leave all your gear out. It didn't matter. Like nobody took anything. You could leave like all your money, your wallet, your car keys, the whole 9 yards. And it completely like at one point it just switched. Like people became kleptos. Like they were like stealing. Like man, I probably had like 5 pairs of Oakley stolen over the course of like 5 years. I had like battery banks charging in the hangar, and man, yeah, like skydiving went downhill. I don't know. They started letting too many idiots in. Yeah, I have a majority of Sparrow lockpick sets. Yeah, I've looked at their stuff, Canon. Sparrow. They've even got that, the one I like best from Sparrow. It's a Molly bypass tool. It's basically like, you know what a bypass tool is. It's like the cool kid version of putting the credit card through the door, that tool. But they got a cool Molly version. I'm going to slip on my chest rig just to, hey, like, why not have probably one of the most common bypass tools. Like everybody said, like they mostly work on like I don't know interior doors. Like I said, I'm no lockpick guy. So limited experience. Yeah, Sparrow's nice. I absolutely love Greyhound picks. I like the what's the CI. Yeah, who's having a brain fart now? See, it happens to everybody, not just us old guys. But yeah, CI, they've got like a lockpick kit I want to get. They have like the Garrison one. Yeah, covert instruments for the win. Geez, why couldn't I say that? Because sometimes you get up here on YouTube and you're like, hi, my name is Tom. Welcome to my live chat. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Covert instruments. Um, Yeah, the Genesis. Yeah, the Genesis. And then that's kind of like they've got the little bump up pack there that you can kind of but yeah, their Garrison yeah, it's called like the Garrison case or something. It like folds up. It's got the little side things that fold out. Like that's cool. Magnetic little blink. That's a whole lot of bling. I got their Ranger lockpick set on my armor. Cannon, you telling me you don't just like blast that door with a 12 gauge or something? Like, so I don't see a Marine taking the time to mess with lockpicks. He's just gonna be like, I got this, boom, boom, boosh, and then yeah, Genesis has great sets too. Yeah, there's a whole like world of lockpicking stuff to go down with that. Like it's kind of endless. Yeah, I've been looking at some of their stuff for a while, but they're more wish list toys. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Boondock. There's and I'm not even remotely BSing for a second. I've got lists of like gear I want to get out there and use. I've got some stuff I absolutely need to get out there. Like I do have to get myself like some decent rucksack. Um, and yeah, a few other things. But yeah, I've got some stuff. Like I'm really getting into the Nada. I know it's still got the wrapper on it, but if you know, you know. You don't have to like use the thing for 3 years to be like, I could see an advantage to using this tool. But this is the 240 millimeter one. They've got a 180 millimeter one that I'm thinking about. I could do a little choppy comparison stuff. Does 60 millimeters really make a difference? Does that make or break the date? I don't know. But what we could find out. We could yeah, go out double chopping. Yeah, master locks. Yeah, I've heard that. Master locks are some of the easiest to pick. And then but they've got that great reputation. But yeah, I've heard a couple people that, yeah, they pick locks avidly and say the same thing. Um, I can't just hooga dooga everything. Come on, Cannon. Is that what they taught you to start saying? Like, just tell people you can't do it. But that's the reverse training is tell people you can't ooga booga everything. Um, yeah, Cannon. That reminds me, I need to get a master key for my AR-15. Yeah, yeah. See, Chaos is on top of it. He knows what we're talking about. Yeah. Like, no, I understand there'd be some clandestine, or like, some hypothetical SHTF situation where, like if you pick the lock, then you can lock the door behind you. So at least they got to pick the lock to come after you. No, no, that'll be the guys that like use the master key to breach the door, or couple of shape charges or something. You spend all that time picking the lock so you could lock it behind you, and then the next dude's behind you. Yeah, they just blast it open. To pick a lock, first remove the cylinder and place it in a vise. Yeah, just yeah. That's a good point. Um, yeah, but for training purposes only, right? Wouldn't that apply? Like, and then on YouTube it'd be like, well, for demonstration purposes only. Y'all don't want to look at just a door when you can look at this big mess and have a little, thing in the middle of it. I think there's great joy in that. The colored ones are the easiest. Um, but that's kind of like rock climb. I think rock climbing's worse. Like indoor rock climbing, right? Like I started rock climbing when I was young. I've done all kinds of trad and aid and sport and bouldering and all that stuff. Fortunately, that was one of the perks of growing up in New Hampshire. Is we had a lot of cool stuff going on back in the 80s and 90s. Um, but yeah, so after tons and tons of years of rock climbing, maybe not too many, but like when indoor rock climbing took off and you started going like to the indoor climbing gym, like there's people there like they're cranking out, they're awesome and stuff, but like in all my years of rock climbing, nobody was ever like, yeah, yeah, dude, you got to get your right foot to the purple and black swirly one. It's like no, like route finding skills and knowing it and stuff. Yeah, it's a different game. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit different than putting a lock cylinder in a vise versus like picking it at the door. But yeah, I just thought so you can switch out different locks. You can get a rhythm going. That way there, if you ever decide to go full klepto, you can pick like X number of locks in no time at all. But yeah, what I thought the trick was to put out the. Honestly, though, it's surprising me how many different locks have non-pick bypass methods available to them. It really is trivial to circumvent 60% of all security we encounter daily. Yeah, and but hey, man, they probably don't realize there's that many people out there that know about it. I don't think there is that many people. Like I think there's people that like me. Like I've watched a lot of lock picking on YouTube and stuff. It's entertaining. It's interesting. It's one of those like it's a James Bond skill. You just got to learn. That's right up there with like Shuriken being a ninja. So yeah, you just got to learn that. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've never like sat there and been like, oh, I wish I could pick a lock. Like for a purpose. Like it's like, oh, it looks like something fun to do, and yeah, it's a cool little kit. It's kind of like it's like a different version of Jenga in my head, I guess. Is I'm looking at the sport end of it. But yeah, that's about what we got for that. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I think we're having some feed issues now. But anyhow, yeah, we're definitely over the 2 hours. So I'm going to wrap this up. I might do it live tomorrow, but if not, definitely Sunday morning at 7 a.m. We will definitely be here at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, maybe a little bit early. Sometimes if there's some people in the chat, I'll start it early. Um, but yeah, yeah, and Mrs. B, she's back to work again tomorrow. So we're going to Kodiak. Hey, man, dude, you're just the guy. So yeah, dude, I looked up bicycles. And yeah, the 3.8 pound bicycle for $750. Man, last year the lightest bike was 8.5 pounds, and it was about $14,000. So I don't know if you come in here just like rage baiting or something, but there's always something odd going on with you, my man. Yeah, in hospital, I had a heart attack. Well, it might be karma, dude. But yeah, dude. I don't know if you came in here to crash the party again or to be like soliciting subscribers or something. But yeah, I don't really, man. You're like one of those people that's weird to be around. I don't like you being around. But anyhow, dude, it's not gonna happen again. So yeah, you just got completely banned from my channel, dude. Because yeah, you always come in here starting trouble, and that's just I'm ending the trouble on this channel, and you're one of those people that, yeah, the environment is better off without you. So take care, pal. And that's how we handle that. But anyhow, guys, we're gonna. Yeah, he always comes in here starting trouble. Like, he'll come in here like, I got a live starting in 10 minutes if everybody wants to come over and have some fun. Or I'll come in here like my dog died, my cat died, like really bombing the atmosphere and everything. And yeah, he's just one of those personalities. It's like, dude, yeah, that's how I handle that stuff now. Yeah. Wow. I spent too many years skydiving, didn't I? Yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna show any empathy. It's just, yeah. I doubt it's even true, man. Yeah, I put about 6 months in the lock picking before my ADD made me move on to something else. But Boondock, do you find yourself coming back around to the same stuff sometimes? Like if you're into like, yeah, like I've found that throughout my life. Like I'll spend a couple years rock climbing and kind of like not doing some other stuff, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll roll into kite surfing, and I did that for a couple years. And then yeah, like some years down the road, yeah, I'm back to rock climbing. I've done it with paintball too. Like I'll play paintball for a couple seasons, and then not play for a couple seasons, and then kind of back and forth and stuff. Yeah, Cannon. And another one bites dust. Doom, doom. See ya. Yeah, there's a certain group of people out there, and yeah, they've just made it their mission to like harass me and that. So yeah, if you're every time he comes in here, it's a different, pack your bags. We're going on a guilt trip. Got a one-way ticket to a pity party. Everybody's invited. Like it's like, dude, you just like this isn't, although some of you would be better off if it were. But this isn't like the local like psych help place or something, Like I don't know what to tell you about your dog passing. Like what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like contact your family and immediate friends, you know? Tony Gilbert, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Yeah. Um No, we got some like dusty stuff blowing around that didn't really do anything. It didn't really accumulate to anything. At least that was before. Oh, we got like a dusting now. Like that's about it. We got like a dusting of snow and that's it. But hey, better we didn't get any snow yet, but we got the Silky GOMBOY KURO 240 40th anniversary limited edition. The Arbor composite grip, and if that wasn't enough, the included smoke colored case instead of the traditional clear case by Sliky, right? Check it out, right? Hey, we'll even do spirit fingers. Woo! Isn't that's just amazing? Same belt clip though as the other cases. Same kind of plastic. I think these are great for storage or like if you're going to transport something in your pack, but as far as like belt, I've never been happy putting this on a belt. But yeah, it has this limited edition super duper case. And the box proves it too, right? GOMBOY, KURO. It is part of the Outback collection, which is cool. But yeah, Mrs. B hooked us up with this. Here is that Arbor composite. It feels like almost like a carbon fiber. It's got like that kind of a texture. black oxide finish. It's got the eight teeth per inch. Yeah, so this is woo woo. We didn't get much snow yet, but we got the blink. Oh, and the best part, the part that like really keeps you coming back for more, is the stickers, man. These are never gonna. I'm gonna show these again Sunday. But yeah, GOMBOY 40th anniversary limited edition sticker. It's got like the Sliky throughout the years: 1980, 1988, 2002. The 40th GOMBOY. I think they meant like they forgot to put like anniversary or something. Or is this the 40th one ever? No, it's not. But the Outback edition sticker, and they are numbered, man. This was what did we say it was? Yeah, this is number 2032 out of, or sorry, 2039 out of 9400. So they are legit limited edition 9400 of these until then they'll come out with a 41st edition. I don't know. You know how companies, like, if they make money off of this, they're going to come back. Like, we got more sauce for you, man. Yeah, I've never heard of a lock pistol something new. Oh, aren't those ones that, like, they've got a trigger, a lock pistol, and then it does, like, the raking or the jigging or the whatever goes on in there with the lock picking? Yeah, all the stores are out of bread and eggs. That's when you go get on like steak and fries or something. If they're all out of bread and eggs, yeah, yeah. We're expecting 10 inches around here. Yeah, they're saying 12 to 18 around where I'm at. 12 to 18 with the possibility of like a quarter-inch to a half-inch of ice and stuff. So it could switch to an ice storm. They don't know. That's what that. Man, I'll tell you, the weather people are like tarot card readers. Like, all the weather's always vague and in general with plenty of room for error. It just might marginally slip. It might be complete blizzard whiteout conditions, or it could be partly cloudy and sunny, 92 degrees. They never know. Yeah, those lockpick guns can be pretty effective, but the cheap ones are invariably trash. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not. I would have loved to, but the finances was just not happening. Yeah, Cannon, I understand my pops went up there. They did the same thing on us on the USS New Jersey. Yeah, did you get up to Philly last year? Yeah, man, that was the big yeah, all the Marines. Well, not all the Marines, but all the Marines were talking about it, man. The 250th anniversary of the United States Marine Corps. Yeah, 250 years ago, some guys were drinking in a bar, and the rest is history, right? It does make sense, though. It makes absolute sense, like, that the Marine Corps is founded in a bar. Um, there was a cockload of the USS New Jersey guys down at the Alamo in November. Yeah, just have a photo of a dog in the door where the face of the dog looks like HOA Karen. But yeah, guys, hey, I think we're gonna get back to wrapping this one up. Yeah, we definitely went over the 2 hours. I'm gonna see how the weather's going. But yeah, maybe I'll do a couple lives in between shoveling snow. It looks like that's what I'll be doing for a while. But if not, I'll definitely be back on Sunday morning at 7. If anybody's like, if there's a few people like saying hello early, I'll start the live early as well. But hey, yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you learned a little, laughed a little. We had something new to look at tonight as well. Some interesting conversations. Took the trash out. Hey, it's been a good evening. Hopefully everybody continues to have an awesome evening, an awesome weekend. And we will see you guys soon. Take care, brothers.